What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, fam. So we just got a whole nother thing for the F30 right here. I don't know if you guys ever noticed in my videos, this bumper, it has a whole bunch of like chips on it. Like you see those little white specks here everywhere, has a whole bunch of chips. So we're gonna be doing a great unboxing. This is the box right here. Literally slide this back. Bumper, side skirts. Let's get this out. When I tell you this box is literally like fighting me. I gotta get a hammer. And here's the big truck they dropped off my package. I got my dad to record it because I literally left to go pick up the paint and supplies I needed to paint it. So yeah. Okay, so we just got back from the paint place, all the way up in Decatur. That drive was crazy because people do not know how to drive in Atlanta. It's really killing me. But we have the paint and the base coat. Cost me about 220 bucks for the paint, the base coat, clear coat. I also got a flex because I'm painting my bumper so it can actually bend a little bit. And then I forgot what else I got. We gonna see. When you are painting a car, you are gonna want to paint it, and like there's literally like no breeze right now, and also it's warm and toasty. So basically what the warmth does is it kind of thins out the paint. So when you're using your spray gun, it comes out thinner and more of like an even coat. So it leaves more of a glossy finish instead of like what they say, it's called orange peel. So if you're like trying to do it in like a high humidity, I think that's what it is, like when there's more like water and moisture in the air and it's cooler, you're gonna have more orange peel compared to like what I'm doing in the sun with low humidity and no wind. Okay, boom, masterclass. So I've been on here for about an hour. We just got everything set up. What I have this little makeshift tent. Put both of the sides up because it's not super windy, but the wind is starting to come out today. So I put it facing, so the wind is coming from over there. So I put it, the opening is on the other side. Technically I didn't have to have an opening, but I don't feel like putting out some fans so I don't die in there with my respirator. But this is what we have. M Sport style, and then I also, wait, no, this is the M3 style, and I got the M Sport rear diffuser because of my exhaust setup, and I didn't want to change it. I also feel like it's better. I'm not trying to replicate an M3. I just wanted the new bumpers. They sent me these pieces right here. They normally go here. They sent me these pieces right here. They aren't primed, so I have to prime them myself. I got them sanded down, and then we're gonna wash these off. We'll start painting. I would show y'all the of me washing the stuff off. All I'm gonna do is get some soapy water, some Dawn. It's basically gonna break up all the oils on the surface of the pieces. But my phone is gonna die, and it's hot out here, so I don't want my phone overheat. So I'm finna just wash them off. Y'all can visualize it, okay? Visualize it. I'm washing them. Me scrubbing and me like, you know, I'm gonna be scrubbing it, and then yeah, we're gonna get back. Basically, I have everything set up out here. I have my sawhorses. I have another set. But I decided I'm just gonna go ahead and paint one piece at a time. Let it tack up, do my second coat on it. I'm gonna do 2 coats of base and then 2 coats of clear. So I'm gonna do my 2 coats of base first, and then I'll let it tack and, you know, dry up a little bit, and I'll take it outside and let it dry in the sun since it's hot out here. And I'll move my next piece in and just rotate them. I just called the place back because when you're mixing paints, you have to get certain ratios. So basically what I have right here is my 2-to-1 reducer. And then I also have Bulldog as my flex agent. So then after I mix the 2-to-1 base, I mix it 4-to-1 with Bulldog. And then I have my clear and activator. And then I mix it 3-to-1 with Bulldog. The gun we're also shooting with is this Harbor Freight gun right here. Cost me, I think, 20 bucks. We're gonna see how this works. I'm learning and we're learning together. So we're gonna figure out how this thing works. So I have everything wiped off. I went ahead and moved the side skirts in here, and I was getting my gun acclimated. So basically what I was doing, there are a few knobs on here. I'm still learning them, but this one is for the airflow. So how much pressure is gonna come out here. This black one right here regulates the PSI on here. This one recommends the trigger, how far you can push the trigger. And then this one, what does this one do? Oh, this one's like how straight it is. So like if you turn it all the way off, it's just gonna shoot a straight line. And if you open it all the way up, it's gonna be a fan. So we're gonna mix the paint. Wish me luck because this is gonna be interesting. So I don't know if you can hear me perfectly, but I have the paint already mixed up. I did spill a little bit. I'm really sorry. I feel like I spilled $20 worth. Paint's over there. I always tack clothed off everything. So we're gonna do our first spray. I'm gonna test out my fan on this sheet of paper first, and then I'll go over these. So I just had to switch up my air compressors. I was using the little baby one. It kept losing PSI way too fast. So I switched to my bigger one. And this is what our first coat is looking like. It's kind of my second-ish coat, but I'm gonna go and do a wet coat over it, and then I'll let it dry and move on to the next pieces. So this is the first coat, well, the second coat as well. You can see it. Looks pretty good. I think for my first time, I did pretty good. I'm just gonna move these sawhorses that I'm mixing on. I'm gonna move one of these inside, and then when I finish both of them, I'll put one of them on those sawhorses and the other one back in there so I can put all three in there to dry. All right, so basically, when you are spraying, you have to make sure that you are overlapping where you're spraying. I'm pretty sure you've seen this in other videos, but make sure that you're overlapping where you're spraying. So say this is where you just sprayed. You wanna go right, maybe 50% still into it, okay? 50%, that makes sure that you don't leave any light spots or blotchy areas. And that makes sure that it's an even coat. Golly, I look moisturized. But I think it's doing pretty good. I just showed you those, and we just took in this one, and we just did the first coat on the bumper. And then when you have stuff like this, you want to do all the like inlays technically area first, and then you want to go back and do the whole surface. This is the first coat, so I'm gonna let it tack for about 6 minutes. I'm gonna mix some more paint. There we go. I'm gonna mix some more paint, and then we'll finish it off. Sun's starting to go down a little bit. I finished the front bumper. Those are the side skirt skin. And then this is the front bumper. I'm gonna give you a little close up real quick. We just finished painting the rear bumper. It also does come with the diffuser. I don't know if I told you that. But we just finished painting the rear bumper, and it's getting dark out. So we're gonna start up tomorrow morning and go ahead and put the clear coat on there. So literally on my first take, I needed, like, you need flex for your paint, so like it can bend a little bit towards like for your bumpers and stuff. So like if you move it too much, it won't like crack the paint. I literally almost used half of my flex on side skirts because that was the first thing I painted and I didn't know what I was doing. And I think it'll be fine. Cause I use like maybe like this much. The bottle's like, pause. The bottle's like this round, like that high much for the front bumper and the rear bumper. It should be fine. And then I have to also add it into my clear. That's why I save so much. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. We're gonna go and pan in there. There's the sunset. Peace. Good morning, guys. It's kind of the next day. I'm just gonna go and get everything out of the tent. I just closed everything up and lowered my tent. I had it closed off with some wood panels down here. And then I kept my weights on there and just lowered the tent. I'm gonna take everything off and move it back to where it was because the sun is back there. It's currently like 10 o'clock in the morning, so the sun hasn't fully gotten above me yet. And then I'll start mixing up my clear, and then I'll get my gun prepped, and we'll start back. I'm taking these out of the area. Please tell me why I'm still seeing cat paw marks on these. I don't know how they still got in there. Gladly these things were already hard. Hold up, let's see what else they got into. Bruh. How do they get in here? So I just went inside to let everything cool down and heat up. I had to get my air nozzle because I gotta wipe all this stuff off because my cats walked on it. But also, while I was doing that, I had my clear coat out here sitting in the sun, letting it warm up. It's still cold, so I'm gonna let this out here for a little bit more. That way it reduces the amount of orange peel. That's what I heard at least. But I'm gonna let it sit out here for maybe like extra 30 minutes and then we can get started. I have my paint gun in there. Last night I cleaned it out with lacquer thinner. I was gonna say the spray gun cleaner, but lacquer thinner. My rear bumper on here. I think I'm gonna do my side skirts again first so I can get used to spraying clear. Yeah, I'm gonna do my side skirts first. So I was over here looking at my bumpers, making sure everything was okay. And I noticed there's a small light spot in this area right here. I was thinking about leaving it, but everything else looks, I'll probably redo right here too. So I'm just gonna mix up a little bit more paint. I'm gonna spray here and those three, and then I'll be fine. Then everything else will be okay. I'll let this one dry, and I'll probably put clear on this one last. So I'll do my side skirts, then my rear, and then I'll come back to this one. I'll let this one sit out in the sun after I spray it. We just finished spraying off the front bumper, and now I moved in my side skirts. I have the front bumper over here drying, warming up with my clear and rear bumper. So now we're finna start mixing up the clear. Remember, my clear orients was 2-to-1, which is 2 parts clear, 2 parts of the clear spray, and then 1 part activator or hardener, I think that's what it's called. And then I also have to do, after I mix that, it's gonna be 3-to-1, so 3 parts of the mixture to 1 part bulldog. Okay, so we just put this first coat of gloss on there, and it looks pretty good. It has a little bit of orange peel and some particles landed in it, but I think it'll be fine. We're gonna change our pressure to about 30. I just saw a video on it, so I'm gonna try. I have it at 40 right now, so I'm gonna put it on like 35. I'll put it on 35. And then we'll put our second coat on. We'll see how it goes. We just finished the second to third-ish coat on these. They're looking really good. I'm letting them dry for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna move them out here and let the sun get to them. I already just tack clothed my front bumper. But when I move it in there, I'm gonna retack it, and then we'll go ahead and start spraying this one. When I tell you these things eat up the clear coat, like literally I made a whole 500 milliliter thing, and I just sprayed one of those side skirts, one more coat, and it took it down to like 300. So I'm hoping I have enough clear coat to do this. Cause I'm trying to do at least, I may have to do 2 clear coats. I should have done, dang. I'm gonna try to do 3 on this front bumper, and then I'm gonna try to do 2 on the rear, because I know that the front bumper gets the most, you know, rocks and stuff thrown at it. So I need the most protection on the front. I'm gonna sit down for a little bit, maybe go get something to drink, because I am famished. So just finishing up the first coat on the front bumper. It's looking pretty good. It still smells like fumes in here. So I'm gonna get out real quick, but you can already see the gloss going. I put this on, since this was the first coat, I did kind of do it more wet than you should, but I think it's better if you do like a wet coat. I did a wet coat first, and then my second coat is also gonna be a wet coat. I did just do 2 wet coats. And then let me show you how it's coming out on these. As you can see, these are looking pretty good, except for this. This is what happened when the ships, I don't even know if you can see it on camera. It's just like a small little niche into it. But other than that, these are looking pretty good. They're pretty dry now, but of course I'm not going to try to touch them too much. I may respray right here. It's like, it's missing a little bit of a coat, so if I have some extra, I'll fade it in. I'll do like an extra coat right here and fade it to about right there. But other than that, it's going pretty well. I do have to mix some more paint. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have enough like clear, but I don't know if I'm gonna flex for it, so we're gonna see about this one. So we are on the rear bumper, but as I was finishing the front bumper, I ran out of clear. I'll show you what it looks like though. This looks good, but this is what the front bumper looks like. That's what, I guess, basically 2 coats. That's 2 coats, kind of 3-ish, I just went ahead and put the rest on there because I only had like this much left in my spray gun. And I knew that wasn't going to cover my rear bumper, so I was going to put the rest on here. So won't be able to finish today. I'm gonna have to finish later. So I'm probably have to go back up all the way to Decatur, get some more paint, and then head back and finish tomorrow. It looks really good, except for that. That was, I'm gonna pause it out anyway, but I think it looks pretty good. First time, but yeah. All right, so it's the next day. We are up in Decatur, and we just went and got the clear. $43 down the drain, and let's get back home. All right, we are back. I just set up everything. We have the bumper in there, paint booth set up over there, well, paint mixing table over there. By the way, last night I put my bumpers inside in the living room, and I stood them up on the edges, and it's not major at all, but this thing looks good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I have like almost no orange peel in this thing, but it bent a little bit right here, so when I put it on, it just got bends back out. Other than that, everything is looking perfect, and I will be doing another coat on these right here, and then down this edge right here. We're gonna tack this off, and then we'll mix up and start painting again. All right. So we just finished the first coat on this bumper. I did a really wet coat, this first one. As you can see, we're looking good. But there are a few, like, I literally dropped one of my beard hairs in here. I don't even know how it happened. It was right here. You can't even see it, but yeah. We're gonna let this one dry for about 10 minutes. Then we'll go on for the second coat. And then I may do a third on there. We'll see how I feel. And then we'll bring those in and spray those one more time too. Then we'll be done. All right, it's gonna be kind of loud, but second coat is on. There's me. We got a little orange peel, but you know, it's cool. It's coming out really good. I'm gonna hurry up and get out of here because the air is killing me. So we just finished up the side skirts. Moved everything outside. I'm letting the sun hit it. When I tell you, I feel like I did a great job. Oh my gosh. Like, people make it sound really difficult, but if you really think about it, it's majority prep work. And then the spraying part, if you get the gist of it, it's really easy. Let me show you this one. The last one. I'm just letting it dry a little bit more. Yeah, there are a little bit of imperfections, but I'm pretty sure I can get that out if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to buff it out. There's the front bumper. Rear bumper. And then the other side skirt right here drying. On this one, this was the first one I did. I tried to do like a harder, more wet coat gloss, and I don't know if you can see it. There's a drip right there, but this is on the bottom. It doesn't even matter. But I feel like I did pretty good for my first time. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna conclude today's video. So make sure you stay tuned for me putting these onto my car. I'm gonna try to put these on the next 3 days. I'm gonna give it 3 days to harden, and then we'll put them straight onto the car. I'm hoping it's gonna make a big difference. I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, you know, there's a like button down there, maybe even subscribe and a bell to notifications. Only if you want to, or if you want to keep seeing my videos. And y'all stay easy, be safe, bye.